Hello, Andrea Lynn here. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about being seen and share some real truths with you. Truths for me about it, right? And so I have a couple of videos, right, on my YouTube that I've done. I've done Facebook Lives here and there, but there's always this part of me that keeps trying to stop myself, right? Like, oh, I don't know if we should share that. We might offend someone, or someone may say something that we can't, handle. And so I had this realization that I think this is common for most of us. Growing up as children, we're often told we're too much of whatever. We're too loud, we're too bossy, we're too messy, you name it, right? We're too much of something. And those were things that adults said because we triggered them. So they had to project onto us. If you have, that's the essential part of it. So that being the case, I'm realizing that I'm not the only person that struggles with being seen. Why else would we choose? Okay, we are spiritual beings. Why else would we choose to come into this reality on earth where we matter? We have matter. Our body is matter, right? The wall is matter. We learned that in third grade science class about the atoms and how they all make matter and, fit in together. Why else would we choose this experience if we didn't want to be seen? It's all of our conditioning that stops us from sharing what we want to share. And we all have valuable things to share. So coming from a place of being in your sovereign energy means that you have this awareness and you learn to function more from your intuition and what your heart is guiding you to than what your mind's telling you to do. And this is something that takes a while to get down. Like, there are times that I still catch myself in patterns. And one of my favorite books is The Untethered Soul. And in that book, he talks about how when we're triggered by someone, if we pay really close attention, we can feel it in our heart first. There's like a ping or an energy in your heart. And then what we do is we resist feeling that. So we put up a wall, an energetic wall, so that we don't feel that pain, right? That ping. And then our mind starts talking, and our mind starts telling us all of this stuff. And then we create a story around that specific experience. And if we're not careful, we can live from that story for a while. Because I've been there too. And so the key is to really start following. What I've learned is to really start following my intuition and trusting that if I have an idea and I get pinged to do a video, that, hey, there's got to be something valuable there. Because for me, I trust source and I trust that connection, and I know that all of us are channels for things. Every song that's created, every movie, all of it is a channel from somewhere. Obviously we can tell certain things are not from divine energy, right? That's where you can use your intuition and really start to read energy more. But the point is that when we open our heart to being connected to source, we have to trust that when we have an intuitive hit to share something, that it's something that is valuable. So that's what prompted me to do this video today and just be real with you about where I've been with being on video and being seen, and really learning that when that mind comes in to try and tell me, oh no, we can't do that. Like, what if people think this? What if people say that, right? like that, you'll let that stop you. If you're purely functioning from your mind, that will stop you often. So it takes being really consciously alert and aware to the pattern. Because what happens is when we stop ourselves from being seen, whether it doesn't even have to be on video. It can be you're hanging out with your friends and they're discussing a certain topic and you have a specific point of view about the topic, but you don't share that because, oh, it's going to upset them, or, you know, they'll think this or that of you if you don't agree with them, or just an everyday conversation, you know, where we sometimes tend to pull ourselves back when we're aware of maybe something that's being shared that's not true, right? And we like want to call people out, you know, there's like, we're allowed to express ourselves. And I don't mean call people out as in point the finger and make them wrong. I mean share from your perspective what is really going on in whatever that conversation is. Like, I know for a long time I stopped myself from opening up and tried to make myself smaller, take up less space, be less loud, be less messy, be less bossy, be less direct, so that I didn't offend anybody, right? Yeah, that's not what we're here to do. So it's all about the energies that you function from and learning how to manage those and stay in the energies that are true and divinely led so that you can receive. Because if you're not putting yourself out there, if you're not sharing, then you're not receiving. You're literally putting up this energetic wall of, I'm not going to share, I'm not going to talk, I'm just not going to receive any. Then I don't have to receive any judgment. I don't have to receive any nasty comments. I don't have to receive projections from people, right? So then when we shut off our receiving, that affects everything in our life. Every single thing. When we shut off receiving and stop putting ourselves out there to express what we want to express. And it takes courage to step out there, to be seen, to put your face on a video. I'm telling you, it's been deep for me, deep patterns to work through to get to this point, but I know that I am here to share what I'm working through and to guide others through it as well, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to assist each other. So really look at in your life where maybe you are blocking your receiving and not knowing it. Like even at work, are you just going hum-ho along with things instead of expressing something that you know would be beneficial because so-and-so in the other, you know, department or whatever, they may get offended because they have specific points of view about what you think, you know, all of that. Like really look at, because I've been doing this intensely over the last week and a half, really looking at where I'm blocking receiving. Yeah, and paying attention to the energy that I'm coming from when I share what I want to share too. Like making sure that it's a grounded energy of expressing something pure and not directing or projecting something at someone that is my own shadow, my own trauma, my own thing to look at, right? So there's that like line there. So yeah, I really felt this would be a helpful message, and I hope that you can kind of get what I'm saying and understand, like, just let yourself be seen. Be open to receiving all the things. And it's a constant reminder of ourselves to keep doing all the things that, receiving from all of the areas that we don't want to, and learning, right, how to not put that heart block up when that energy comes in. How to just open the heart, let it float through and receive it without making it mean something. Because when we make it mean something, we make it matter. When we make it matter, it sticks in our body, it sticks in our mind, and it's just like, it's like a compound effect over the years, right? So yeah, that was what I had to share today. Thanks for checking in. And please feel free to share this if it was beneficial. My contact info is on the description below. And I'd love to hear from you if you want to chit chat sometime. Talk to you later.